Hey, hey, yeah, hey, Tyler King, yeah. They say kill it. I ain't gonna. What's good, YouTube, man? I'm checking in again, bruh. I ain't gonna lie. Today we are going to be reacting to the DDG and Halle situation as far as what's been going on so far and like what's what, but just drop down in the comments down below what y'all think about it, man. My personal thoughts is we have to wait for it to finish. In our actuality, we don't really. I mean, we got one side of the story, and then we got another side of the story. If you want to be technical, they both got something that they hit on for real, but at the same time, it's like, dang, who somebody could be lying, or somebody could be stretching the truth, and I ain't gonna lie. Y'all women has been doing the absolute most, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It's like the black man can never win regardless. Like, and I'm not necessarily saying all black women, because it ain't just y'all. It's everybody. I'm gonna say women as a whole. I've been seeing everywhere where these folk been saying, uh, DDG didn't really want her. He just wanted the kid all this time. Like the nigga trapped her. I also seen when they was like, um, it don't matter if the nigga right. Oh, excuse me. It don't matter if DDG is, even if he is in the right, he wrong. Like Team Alley. Like, gee, y'all gotta lock in a little bit. G. Read the paperwork. G. I done kind of skimmed through it myself, so I'm not gonna say I just, what I'm saying, sat down, analyzed and read it, but y'all gotta lock in, G. What about the knife that she hit him with in GTA, of course? What about what I'm saying? We don't know if it was provoked or not. And I understand that like some people try to hit you with it any kind of way, but it's looking like that she's been the aggressor this entire time. But I ain't gonna talk y'all ears off, at least not right now. We're gonna react to this video, man. Let's go.
This is Lee Laurent, and as always, I'm here rocking with all Urban Central. And it just seems like Halle Bailey and DDG can never find peace. So DDG recently filed an emergency court order. It's getting ugly, y'all. So apparently, DDG has filed an emergency court order that prevents Halle from taking their child Halo to Italy.
Okay, what y'all think about that though? I ain't gonna lie. Well, do y'all think that was kind of the right move and whatnot? Cause I mean, how I'm viewing it is that's why I say you can't be biased with it. You gotta understand the woman from this standpoint right here. I get what DDG going with it, but to a degree, if she a little bit more stable with her son, then not to say that it's not his kid as well, but I like the ideal of a realistic type of way of thinking. So if she requires Halo to function, you know, I think that he should kind of come about that a little bit. But I do understand on the other half of it, like that's not the right move either, because it's like, what the world? Okay, it's like,
And he's alleging that she is a risk to both her child and herself. So apparently DDG filed a motion yesterday, Wednesday morning, to prevent Halle from taking their child to Italy. Apparently Halle Bailey is doing some work in Italy this Saturday. So he tried to file this motion to prevent her taking their child out the country, despite him obviously losing visitation rights. I mean, he does have visitation rights for 1 day a week for 6 hours at a supervised, and I'm betting that the day that he has the child is probably on that Saturday. So
diabolical work. So what's y'all take on that, man? About a father that's actually wanting to be a father, only being able to see his son or kid for that matter once a week, 7 days in a week, G. And you mean to tell me this man has to preoccupy his time? And not to say that DDG ain't got motion, but he done said it numerous times that he be one to, kick it with his kid and things of that nature. And I mean, it's just, hey, it's not something that he's able to do. I personally think that we as a people, on men and female, we need to be a little bit more tolerable with things like this. I think everybody quick to take away what somebody values most, and that's an issue. In my opinion, we need to get better, y'all. We need to get better at that.
So Halle Bailey is being super diligent because she responded literally Wednesday afternoon and filing a counter motion, filing permission to actually be able to take her son to Italy to do work.
It's like back and forth.
She also
What,
filed
though?
for permissions to have DDG and his family stop posting their son and stop posting about the litigation of their custody battle.
It's like trying to hush.
I mean,
It's
I
like
don't
they're trying to
blame her.
shush that
Obviously,
man
she
like
wants
that,
to
though.
maintain some type of privacy. She is a celebrity, but I feel like regular people should also do this because it's starting to get a little slanderous.
It's crazy to say, but to be honest, this has never been able to just get Halo. So now it's virtually impossible for him to get Halo. What I'm saying on these things is that my brother was pleading to y'all. He was saying it in so many words, like, I miss my son. And
Hold on.
when my brother would call and tell me, like, man, I miss Halo, or he'd see me with Woo-Up,
Like,
he'd be like, damn, can't wait to get Halo. And that's off the internet. Man, y'all, I'm being honest, bro. I'm gonna be honest, and this gonna hurt my heart to say this. It's literally making me like hella emotional. Bro, that's why my brother streams, bro. That's why my brother streams, because he can't see Halo how he want to, bro.
That's a real nigga, G.
So DDG has definitely like
He keep his mind occupied on grinding because he can't do what he enjoy most. Anybody that's been watching DDG long enough, we all know the same thing, G. DDG been trying to have the kids, G. I mean, it was an attempt, sadly, with Kennedy. I don't know if we're allowed to say things like that, but I mean, I'm not saying it in a malicious way, but but it's like, it's kind of sucked. Like I feel like I feel like I've been watching DDG so long that I feel like I'm a part of the journey too with that man, G. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's like I grew up watching him, so it's like, it's kind of crazy how the time he get to be what he been wanting to be all this time, and he not able to do that. It's kind of messed up, though.
launched an entire sympathy campaign curated by himself, his friends, and his brother. And obviously, although Halle Bailey
Bro,
is
got a
his
lazy
music
eye, low
artist,
key, don't it?
DDG has way more reach
not a lazy
as
eye,
he's streaming consistently
like a-
daily
Yeah,
to
why looks-
millions of users online.
That's
He's
completely
also has
outside
now
the
taken the
color.
approach of revealing his side of being a recipient of abuse. In court documents, DDG supplied the judge with photos of him being abused by Haley, and the internet and fans
Hold on, we gotta go back a little bit.
with photos of him being abused by Haley.
Ooh, I didn't even see that. Gosh, that's a good little cut for real, G. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all think that's Photoshop? Nah, I don't think. I'm just asking the question. Now. I ain't trying to say that it's fake to some along them lines, because being cut is truly. I know how it feel to be cutting a thumb. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna necessarily been cut, but I broke a plate in my thumb once, so I kind of know that's a little. Like that kind of hurt just a wee bit, especially domestic on either side is a horrible thing to do. G, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like if you get into the point where you need to put your hands on your partner, G, you might well leave, bro. Go cool off. You know what I'm saying? Or and if it was just really to that point where you like, gee, I need to really put hands, feet, and all objects on you, just go ahead and cut it loose right there, bro. What Duke be saying, G? Wrap it up, bro. Wrap it up.
And the internet and fans are going crazy as now DDG's fans are finding evidence of abuse from Haley with resurfacing photos of bruises after DDG.
I ain't gonna lie. Okay, I also been seeing stuff like that too. I'm not gonna keep pausing it junk obsessively, but I think to a degree also is that we as supporters and fans or whatever we call ourselves, we gotta kind of stop making a little bit stretch free. And it's not to say that what's been happening to me isn't a stretch. I just think that it's best that we let them, bring all this information up. Because, like I say, I had seen, I think it was Soluminati, and that man is hysterical. But he was like, she could have failed or something. You never know what, man, I ain't gonna lie, that might be roughhousing, but I ain't gonna lie, from this picture right here, though, low key, it do look like low key she been punching on him though. It's kind of hard to kind of make out a little bit. I don't know if y'all can see it a little bit better if y'all saw the original picture with him, but let's continue though.
He is leaving Haley's house to visit and see Halo. There are also videos that are resurfacing suggesting that maybe Holly was the abuser and not the victim.
I mean,
She said what? I told you to get off. She said she gonna walk over. She's like, he better be on stream. I just told her to get off. She said she coming.
I ain't lie.
Don't tell. I ain't trying to.
I ain't lie. Okay. I did. I know I said I'm gonna stop pause, but let's really talk about this for a brief moment, G. Is it just me, or I'm not even gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. That's correct. We're gonna scratch that. Oh, I think I do remember this stream. I think I was actually watching this one. You kind of tell though, he like, gee, he really don't want to get, like, he really just want to keep doing what he doing. Like, look at my face.
I wasn't even supposed to get on stream today, y'all.
But I don't know, they good at acting too though, G. Maybe this is one of the moments. I think sometimes people be kind of stretching. Like, y'all got to be real with yourselves. Sometimes these clips be y'all kind of stretching it just a little bit.
What am I supposed to do?
Not to say that it was planned, but it's like. And then you mean tell me that this is the time where they was like she had the knife. So you mean tell me that, and GTA of course, but you mean tell me in GTA she got a knife and what okay may be, and they all. I guess you don't want to overreact. It is his BMG. I hear a lot of folks go through things with their baby mama and baby daddy, and they don't be, you know what I'm saying, talking about it. So it could be.
There I go, yeah.
I don't know. It just kind of looked like Doug cracked a smile low key. I would slow it down, but I ain't even gonna do it.
Fans are also revealing that DDG has possibly left a few Easter eggs in several interviews, not only stating why he's no longer with Holly, but he was a victim of abuse.
You see this red flag, you're like, yeah, no, it's checkout time. I can't do that. Something that you've learned over the time.
A girl that put her hands on you, can't do that. Can't do that.
Wow. And if only the abuse that DDG sustained was physical,
I ain't gonna lie.
perhaps
Hold on, G. G, if you just look at this picture, I ain't gonna lie. Holly look like she's staring daggers in. G, I ain't gonna lie. Let's
this
try
could have
to
been something
kind of
that was
stick through this a little
resolved.
bit quick.
However,
That dude
DDG
look
has
like
also supplied the
piercing
court
your soul
with
for
text
real, G.
messages, which were now exposed online, of Holly Bailey threatening self-harm, which could potentially endanger their child, Halo. I gotta admit, some of these messages are alarming, especially when she's saying,
I ain't gonna lie. Okay. Now, this is something that we really have to sit here and talk about for a brief moment, though. I think that when I read this too, so I'm glad he kind of touched on this. This was one of the ones that I did end up reading, like the little thread, the entirety of it, though. If you ask me, from outside looking in, of course, and reading messages like that, it didn't seem like that DDG was the one that was trying to necessarily trap her. If anything, it actually looked the opposite way. And that's just only if you ask me, because it's like he had messages from before Halo was even, well, I say before he was even thought of, while she was going through the pregnancy or whatever, where she was basically holding him over the DDG's head. I think one of the messages was something along the lines of, and I'm not gonna say I'm a quote, so it was something along the lines of like, if you don't act right or get back with me or something like that, then I'm gonna finish the job type thing. And it was like, when I read that, I'm like, nah, these folks bugging. Immediately, it's like you gotta, if you jump into harming your kid, and this the kid that she want to take. I see why DDG is doing what he doing right now to try to keep his kid, because it's like, if you was to read them messages and then kind of see how he thinking right about now. I'm not gonna say that she don't love Halo now, because she probably didn't beforehand. Like I say, the messages that they have was like she would hold him over her head, and she had ended at any moment. But now that she have him, I do think that she do need him. But I got a question for y'all. Drop down below, if y'all know. But how does postpartum work exactly? Like, does that not have a time limit to it, or does it not have a like certain limit to how long that lasts? Because I'm not gonna lie, Halo like 1 years old, if I'm not mistaken. You mean tell me that she still can't do her little 1-2 without him? G, I ain't gonna lie. Drop down below. Let me know something down, man.
When something bad happens, don't say anything and don't come to my funeral. Like, all those things, I would be pretty worried to have my child so far away. And again, online is in a complete frenzy, as some users are saying that this is the result of postpartum and DDG's action, while others are noting that Halle could be quite manipulative and probably toxic.
I think it's a bit of manipulation, though.
I mean, but he's not her man.
Yeah, but he's public property. Once you had a man, you always gonna have that man.
Nah, that's not true.
Your mind.
That's not true.
You didn't know what you always did, right? She knows that he is gonna love her or have this tie to her for a while. Because if they were together for years, that's his home at that point. Or is that toxic?
I think it was hard
That's
for
very
Halle
much
to
toxic.
see my brother moving on and being okay with somebody that she thought that she was gonna be with for life and raise his family.
Okay, look, one thing I gotta say this too, right? It's like the picture shouldn't always be painted. I feel like that's also something that people like to jump to as a bitter baby mother, though. Like I say, but DDG on plenty occasions saying that don't talk about her like that. But I think that they can get their jabs in either. I think they both can get jabs in, of course. But I also think it's a clean way to fight, especially with something like this. It's a cleaner way to fight where, we the people aren't making, like I say, reaction videos, of course, and things of that nature, and giving out our own opinion. I just feel like everybody kind of think one way, and then that's how we both always end up at that stalemate where we clashing heads with one another in gender based. Cause some women be like, nah, that nigga whoop, and then the guys be like, hey, fuck that, you know what folks be doing, bro. Y'all know what it is, bro.
Went alone. That just really want to be a dad, bro. And the craziest thing is that ain't even had a chance to be a dad.
I ain't gonna lie, I watched this video
except
too. That nigga Dub was crying, and then he was like immediately able to snap out of it.
Is coping,
and then jump right back into it. I think that's
gonna be with for life.
Crazy.
Doesn't want to be with you.
It's a little funny.
This is all just really sad to see.
No,
and some people are saying that the Disney princess Little Mermaid actress, Halle Bailey, may not be so innocent.
But she said
and perhaps
she wasn't.
DDG also sustained abuse in this relationship, which inevitably possibly led to the reason why they split. As you know, DDG and Halle Bailey had a public split. Yeah. And back in May, Halle Bailey filed both a custody battle and getting full custody over their child Halo, as well as filed a restraining order on DDG as she claimed abuse. But man, I don't know what's going on and what's in the water this year. It seems like all of our black love couples that we were rooting for, like Remy and Papoose, Yandy and Mendices, and now DDG and Halle Bailey, they're all like done. Obviously, the most important person in this custody battle and dispute is their son Halo. And it seems like DDG just wants to be a part of their child life.
I say, bro, DDG be too happy, G. I know you're a good dad, though. They both said they both good parents, G. They both said they good parents, G. They just gotta get through this patch they through, bro. Work together.
So it's apparent that DDG is not going to stop streaming anytime soon. I mean, this is his profession, this is who he was when he met Halle, and this is how he make money. He's already connected with millions of people via stream and captured milestones with Halo. And so I think it's expected for him to continue to stream with Halo online, the same way he did when they were together. And the same way you can expect Halle to obviously include Halo in her music videos or even at public events. I mean, that's their child. And it's really sad to see how during custody battles and major breakups, parents can be kind of spiteful and not want to include the child in each other's life. I mean, it's just a child, and they want to spend time with both of their parents, and especially if both parents want to be involved.
True.
But obviously, this is their relationship, and they have to navigate a new normal when parenting separate. And so all we can do is hope the best for both DDG and Halle. But as always, I have to ask, what do you guys think about all of this? Yo, what's good?
And then this gonna be my little final thoughts on it for real, but it was just like what I was saying earlier on the video. I think that we have two people that care for their kid equally in a way that they want the kid to themselves. And I'm gonna stop saying the kid like Halo don't have a name. So it's just two people that care about Halo, you know, DDG and Halle, and they done so much to each other back and forth that they can't get it together, bro. It's just one of them things that I just feel like it's kind of crazy in that sense. But I think they'll get through this though. I ain't gonna lie. I think they'll get through it, and I think it'll be one of them things to do. But like I say, man, like, comment, subscribe, and comment down below what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? And also in the process of doing that, please drop something down below what y'all think I should react to next, and I'm gonna do it, man. So until then, peace.
Everything going, I act a fool when I go and perform, but I'm trying.